I got more in touch with my own presence. I would say that's the thing I'm most proud of. It's something that I bring into coaching sessions and also in my life. Yeah, when I talk to my wife, when I talk to friends, and even when I'm doing work on my own, the takeaways of being present is and how important that is what I'm really most proud of internally. I took coaching certification like almost 10 years ago, and I studied NLP even way before, and I've sort of done it on the side, and I sought it out because I felt this call to, what if I can do this full time? What if I can do this professionally? That's what led me there. When I did coach education way in the past, I was in my 20s, so I had a very different frame of what I wanted to learn. So I wanted to learn many different skills. I wanted to learn the ins and outs. So I got pretty much exposed to a lot of technique or outcome-driven approaches before. What attracted me to Awaken was when I started to read what it was about. It attracted me because I had a sense it was more heart-centered, it was more person-centric. And when I met Christy, and we had that 30 minute call, and I got to know her. I'm not sure the exact phrase, but it was talking about, will I accept a person regardless of what they believe or their past, or just a full acceptance of the person. I knew I was in the right place. Plus, when we got to talk, I learned that Christy was also a spiritual director, which my personal preference is that's also something I wanted to get into. That's something I'm enrolled in right now, spiritual direction. I was going through extreme pressure during that time, and yeah, I emailed Christy with a very heartfelt message, and she replied with a heartfelt message as well. And then when the first session came, everyone just sat in quiet, and then Christy showed this photo, and where are you in your journey? And then I was able to connect exactly where I was. It was the picture of a bridge, and it was like I was falling and I didn't know where I was gonna land. And when that first session is like what set the tone for all the other sessions for me, because I knew it was a safe place. It was a safe where I can be real, and it was a place where no matter who I was paired with, the people there are really warm, and the people there are really a safe place for me. So the things I was learning it at a deep level, because people were safe enough to disclose who they were at a certain degree, and I was able to disclose and be vulnerable to people there as well, and that made it very enriching for me as I was learning the skills. I actually felt like I was journeying with people, and people were also witnessing me personally. That made a really big difference in how I'm able to bring that to coaching sessions. being present, being in the present moment as I coach, and being present, showing up as who I am, is the most important thing when I come into a session. And I've sort of experimented with that, where okay, this session I'm gonna follow this process, but when the presence or the being there showing up as me, feeling the other person and being present, if that is taken into the background, it just falls short a lot compared to when I'm intentional about focusing on coaching presence. And that also works wonders in my relationships and in how I spend my time with my wife, how I spend time with my friends. They kind of know when I'm in my head and when I'm working through an agenda in my head versus just being present. And that's a really big thing I'm learning and relearning. It's a very come as you are space. I remember, particularly with Christy, her phrase, "It's okay to be messy. Come with your mess." Things like that. And each of them, they have a very specifically loving kind of presence. Christy has this, like mama bear, that has this mama bear, "It's okay to be you, and I'm gonna hold you in this space" kind of presence. That's also, but it's also strong. There's also a strength behind it. Val is this just a ray of sunshine, but you can also be real, and she will affirm you in ways that me. I haven't seen how I can, just because of her affirming presence, teaches me how to affirm myself, not be so hard on myself. There's very it's hard to generalize each of their presences, but the thing that they have in common is that it's such a life-giving experience to be with them. I've gotten like really good testimonials from my coaching session that really affirms me to keep going through this path. And then a pilot launch for a group coaching program that I was studying on how to do.